What's happening, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Whiskey Boys Solo Adventures. My name's Nick, and I got a bit of a different video to share with you all today. I know I didn't have a video upload last week, and due to some other personal issues between myself and a couple of the other co-hosts for the Whiskey Lounge, we did not do the podcast last week as well for our live show. That's usually Thursdays at 7 o'clock. We just missed last week because we had some real life events come up and just wasn't able to do it. Anyway, enough on that. Uh I've been taking a lot of this podcast stuff seriously. I've been trying to do a lot of reading, trying to sift through the articles and just try to talk about stuff that I'm passionate about. But one of my best friends, whom I respect probably more so than most people in my life, he was talking to me. He listens in on just about all of our videos, all of the podcasts, and he took me aside and just talked to me, talking about what's the end goal, what's the reason why people should be listening to us as opposed to listening to people like over at the Daily Wire, like Ben Shapiro, Matt Walsh, Michael Knowles, or Tim Pool, or Luke Rudkowski. What's Why should people want to listen to a bunch of younger guys just talking out their ass and going over news when they could go to more established news sources and more established channels as opposed to us? And that kind of hit me pretty hard because I'd never really sat there to think about what we could do or why people should listen to us. Don't mind my dog in the background. um, so I took what he said to heart, and last week, even though I didn't make a video, I was thinking a lot about it. And you know what? I think the edge that we have, as opposed to established news places, established channels like the Daily Wire and Timcast and Luke We Are Change and a bunch of other more notable people, is the fact that all the people that are on our podcast or that take part in our weekly uploads, we're all blue collar workers. We're all people who have to work for a living on top of doing YouTube and on top of doing our podcast, on top of editing all of our videos and making the end product. So we can't dedicate our entire lives to this because we have families that we have to support. We have bills that we have to pay that if we miss time off of work, something might not get paid. And I can't speak for anyone else's financial status, and I'm not going to talk about mine because that's all personal. But everything that we talk about is coming from down to earth blue collar workers. People who face the most of the brunt for any kind of big policy changes coming down from the federal government or our own state governments, or hell, even the countywide decisions. Everything that the politicians put in place directly affect us and the way we live our lives and the way that we try to raise our families, or hell, for me, trying to start a family one day. So I'd have to say that the edge that we have and that I'm trying to go for is I'm trying to speak as honestly as I can, coming from a blue collar worker, coming from someone who wakes up at the crack of dawn and doesn't get home till 5:30, 6 o'clock every day. Someone who wakes up before the sun comes up, gets to work, and starts working before the sun comes up, to in the wintertime damn near going to work when the sun's not even up, to coming home when the sun's not up, which is dark. And that's where I want to stay true to. I want to make my content and talk to people and spread my message to people that live the same kind of life as me. To people who are tired of being looked down on and just treated like second-rate citizens because we don't have desk jobs. Because we decide to work hard for a living, doing stuff that we enjoy doing, like I'm a mechanic and I absolutely love it. It's hard work, it's long hours, but at the end of the day, it's what I gotta do to make my way in life. So, talking to him, my best friend, he really did make me think about why I'm doing this. And I guess I'm just the kind of guy that's tired of being looked down upon by people who think that they're my betters. And I want to be able to spread my message to as many people as possible who are like-minded like me. And I might try to, actually, I'm not going to try. I do want to convince people who think they're better than me that they're not. I want them to see what's going on, to see the kind of ramifications that their decision making can cause. Now, I know for the politician-wise, they're not going to really care about it. But at normal, everyday people that don't know what's going on and just think that everything that we spew out is nonsense, those are the people that I want to try to get. Those are the people that we need to fight for. To try to convince them that everything that they're being, not everything, but most of the things that they're being fed by legacy media is a lie. Whether it's Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, it's all narrated. And I want to make at least my portion of the channel, and I know that Brandon wants to make his portion of the channel as honest as possible so that we can rally support to make changes. And I guess that all ties into what my end goal is. And my end goal is the thought of if I could reach several hundred people with my messages and try to make them think more critically about what's going on in the US or what's going on in the world, and make them see past the lies that legacy media has been feeding them, make them think critically about all the nonsensical stories and all the propaganda, I'd be happy. Obviously, I want to reach out to more people than just several hundred, but you gotta start somewhere. Who knows? Maybe the person that I convince one day might take it to heart, run for office, win, and actually make some good changes. Try to help blue-collar workers and just middle-of-the-road income families in America. But anyway, that's enough for me today. It's a short video, not very news-oriented. Just I wanted to get some things off my chest. Pardon the lack of editing, because I feel like it is the most important right now to talk to everybody. Just coming straight from the heart, trying to share with everyone where we're going. At least where I'm going. I have a couple of things coming down the pipeline. I'm going to start doing more reaction videos. I'm going to try and get into a more steady upload sessions. Or well, I want to try to upload a little bit more. Pardon my French right now. I'm not really speaking too well. But that's going to be everything for me today. Thank you all for sticking around to the end of another Whiskey Boys solo adventure. My name's Nick. I'm signing out.